Newsfirst at 9.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime News, live from the Newsfirst Centre here in Colombo. I'm Madhushka Balasurya.
I'm Stephanie Ladras. Before we go into your stories in detail, let's take a look at the headlines.
The headlines on Newsfirst at 9.
Chief Ministers of the Southern and Western provinces decide to dissolve the provincial councils. Letters in this regard sent to the relevant governors. Investigations launched into the death of a Sri Lankan woman and her 2 children in England. Minister Basil Rajapaksa makes a statement on the Vinaguma. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon dies at the age of 85.
Newsfirst at 9.
Now, in your top story tonight, the Chief Ministers of the Western and Southern provinces have agreed to dissolve the provincial councils.
The Chief Ministers noted that they have issued letters to the governors in this regard in the 2 provinces.
According to the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, the provincial governor has a certain amount of power to dissolve a provincial council. As the Chief Minister of the province, I have given my approval for the dissolution of the provincial council. The tenure of the provincial council will end in October. However, following a political decision, we have decided to provide the people of the South with another opportunity to exercise their franchise.
Well, I can't tell you the exact day when they are going to dissolve it, but if we make the request today, I will do it tomorrow, and if we make the request tomorrow, I will dissolve it day after. So until I get the letter, the requesting letter from the Chief Minister, I can't tell you an exact date when we are going to dissolve the Provincial Council.
We have taken measures to direct the letter to the governor to dissolve the Western Provincial Council. The governor will decide when the Western Provincial Council will be dissolved. We believe that the Provincial Council will be dissolved in the coming days. Thereafter, the election will be held on a date on which the Election Commissioner will decide on.
A week after the provincial councils are dissolved, a notice will be issued calling for nominations. 14 days after the announcement, the accepting of nominations will begin. Nominations will be accepted for a period of 1 week. Additional Election Commissioner R.M.A. Ratnayaka, speaking to Newsfirst, said that elections will be held 5 to 8 weeks after the initial announcement.
Now moving on to one of our headline-making stories, former Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon has died at the age of 85 after spending 8 years in a coma.
Yes, Sharon, who was a giant of the Israeli military and political sectors, went into a coma after suffering a stroke at the height of his power.
He was being treated at the Sheba Medical Center outside Tel Aviv. On Thursday, doctors announced that Sharon's condition had deteriorated. The 85-year-old, who became Prime Minister in 2001, was suffering from a malfunction of several organs, including the kidneys. He had been in a persistent vegetative state since a stroke in 2006. As Prime Minister, Sharon presided over some of the most turbulent times in Israeli-Palestinian history. A Palestinian uprising that erupted in 2000 and an Israeli military crackdown after peace talks collapsed.
Now moving back into local news, the new head office of the Western Province Passenger Transport Authority was declared open by President Mahinda Rajapaksa today.
The building, which is constructed in Batarmula, has been named as Ran Mangapaya. The 6-story building was constructed at a cost of 600 million rupees. The building was constructed by the State Engineering Corporation with funds from the Western Provincial Council and Passenger Transport Authority. The building is equipped with a state-of-the-art operations centre. President Rajapaksa launched the official website of the Passenger Transport Authority, while a GPRS system for buses was also initiated today. At the conclusion of the event, the head of state engaged in a cordial discussion with ministers and public representatives who attended the ceremony.
The topic of whether Chief Opposition Whip John Amarathunga would cross over to the government was one that was keenly debated over the past few days.
Yes, that's right, Stephanie. Upon his arrival to the country after engaging in an official tour to the Middle East with President Mahinda Rajapaksa, Amarathunga denied these claims, saying that no such decision has been made to join the government.
However, several ministers of the ruling party expressed their views on the matter today.
අතපය හයිය කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවා නම් විපක්ෂයේ සියලු දෙනාද අපිත් එක්ක ජෝන් අමරතුංග මැතිතුමත්
All the able-bodied members of the opposition have joined us. John Amarathunga is in a phase where he is thinking of crossing over but is frightened of doing it. Considering his age and seniority in the party, it will be difficult for him to keep up with the work that we do. He is a person who is used to the methods of Ranil Wickremesinghe. He has been enjoying the benefits of retirement. We need an opposition. Therefore, we will look after him just like we take care of the opposition leader.
අපි ඉතින් කැමති විපක්ෂයක් ඕන හින්දා විපක්ෂ නායකතුමා රැකබලා ගන්න විදියටම අපි එතුමාලා හැමත් රැකබලා ගන්නට අවශ්‍යයි.
මුළු විපක්ෂයේම ඉන්න ප්‍රබල චරිත ටික කොහෙද ඉන්නේ දැන්? මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ජනාධිපතිතුමාලා.
Where are all the prominent figures of the opposition now? They are with President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Ranil Wickremesinghe is the only one left to cross over. But we will not take him because there needs to be an opposition. So the opposition leader can reign supreme in the opposition. To the opposition leader and to all his followers, we would like to issue a challenge. We will win the provincial council elections with a 2/3 majority.
නිකන් නෙවෙයි. අපි දිනන්නේ පළාත් සභාව 3/2 බලයකින්. මයින මුදලාලිගේ කඩේට කවදාවත් මිනිහෙක් එන්නේ නැහැ.
People never go to a shop where the shopkeeper berates them or acts rudely. There are some shopkeepers that allow anyone to take away whatever they want, similar to Ranil Wickremesinghe. That is why shops such as these continue to suffer losses. The shop is also in a state of disarray, so the people who come to it turn towards Mahinda Rajapaksa. He acts cordially and ensures that the goods are sold properly.
මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ මහත්මයා ආපු ගමන් අතගාලා පිටාත ගාලා එන්න මල්ලි ඇතුළට එන්න මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ මොනවද කරන්න තියෙන්නේ කියලා අතගාමු ගමන් ඉතින් වැඩි කඩේ බඩුවෙක් ඉන්නවා.
එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂය අසරණ වෙලා
The United National Party is now helpless.
අපි ගමේ කතාවක් තියෙනවා චණ්ඩියෙක් නැති හන්දියේ නොණ්ඩියාද චණ්ඩියා වෙයි කියලා. තමුන්නාන්සලා අහලා ඇති. චණ්ඩියෙක් නැත්තම් ඕනේ නොණ්ඩියෙක් එතන චණ්ඩියා වෙනවා.
The best speakers and individuals who can do some work are now with the government. Those who are remaining in the party are individuals with no talent and individuals who have fallen sick at a time when we are donating an ambulance. I felt that it would be good if I could send 4 or 5 ambulances to Sirikota.
නැති දෙන වෙලාවේ මට මතක් වුණා සිරිකොතට 4ක් 5ක්ම හැරියා නම් හොඳයි කියලා.
மேல் மாகாணமும் தென் மாகாண தேர்தல் வரப்போகுது.
Preparations have been made to dissolve the Western and Southern provincial councils. The government will secure victory at these elections, that is certain. Mahinda Rajapaksa will continue to rule the country for the next 20 years as well. There is no opposition. The UNP is divided and is in pieces. Ranil Wickremesinghe is on one side while UNP seniors such as John Amarathunga are engaging in discussions to cross over. If this continues, Ranil Wickremesinghe will also join us in the near future. Then there will be no opposition at all. Will John cross over? Here are the latest results from the opinion poll conducted by Newsfirst.
Investigations have been launched into the death of a woman and her 2 children in Brent, England.
Yes, the woman in question is believed to be a Sri Lankan national.
Newsfirst bureau correspondent Chiratuli Enage reports.
It report yesterday about the death of Sri Lankan national and her 3 children in Brent, Northwest London. According to Scotland Yard, the remains of 33-year-old Jevani Safir and her 2 children, aged 5 years and 8 months, were discovered in a property in Woodrange Close. The post-mortem examination on the woman gave the cause of death as a compression on the neck. The Scotland Yard spokesman added that they are investigating whether the victim was going through post-mortem depression. Jevani Safir migrated to England nearly 10 years ago. Meanwhile, tests to determine the cause of death of the children will take place on Monday. Newsfirst from Manchester, England.
Now moving back to news in the island, the convention of the United National Bhikkhu Front took place today at the United National Party headquarters.
New office bearers of the United National Bhikkhu Front were elected at the convention for 2014.
A number of monks attached to the United Bhikkhu Front were also present for the convention of the United National Bhikkhu Front that took place today. Venerable Bopite Dhammisera Thero, who served as the secretary of the United Bhikkhu Front, was elected as the new chairman of the United National Bhikkhu Front. Members were also appointed to the working committee of the front. Venerable Thiniyavala Palita Thero was appointed as the secretary of the United National Bhikkhu Front, while 9 monks were elected to the advisory board of the front. Incidentally, advisor to the United Bhikkhu Front, Venerable Girambe Ananda Thero, and its chair, Venerable Nityagoda Gunaratana Thero, have been included into the advisory board of the United National Bhikkhu Front.
Meanwhile, former United National Party parliamentarian Anigarika Raita Tilakasekara became an official member of the Democratic Party today.
Anagarika Raita Tilakasekara received his Democratic Party membership from party leader Sath Fonseca at a meeting held in Butterpula today.
Meanwhile, a public rally organized by the Democratic Party was held in the Ingiriya town yesterday.
Speak to your conscience and ask yourself whether you are living in a country and in an environment that is possible to live in. There is no food to satisfy your hunger. Free education has been taken away and free health services have been sold to businessmen. Your rights have been taken away. The government should be distributing things like rice, sugar and dal, but this is not what is being distributed today. Today, this government distributes drugs and ethanol, which are imported to the country in containers. If you are fed with drugs and ethanol, you will not ask for free education, free health services, and neither will you ask for food. This government is struggling to create an anesthetized nation.
All items are taken off the shelves in shops. Prices are increased for something or the other. So what does this government do? It imports goods. At one point we even imported coconuts. How many taxes do we need to pay when purchasing goods? As women, this is something that we all face. We face numerous difficulties. The time has come for us to rise against this.
Today, dal has become a luxury food in the country. The main reason for this is because these so-called powerful parties do not fulfill their duties. They do not understand the plight of the people. Politicians in this country only focus on their agendas and on making money. They are worried about wealth and securing property for themselves. As a result of this, they forgot all of the promises they made to you. As a result, this country has fallen far behind in comparison to other countries in the world.
Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa, speaking at an event in Deniaya today, commented on the seeds that were distributed under the Divinaguma program.
After distributing seeds under the Divinagama program, I now have to prepare the land, plant the seeds and water them. Else, some individuals who have mental ailments will complain that these seeds don't grow. I don't know how there was a mix-up, but they told me that there had been a mix-up with ladies' finger seeds and some other seeds. The Rajapaksas are aware of the difference between cotton seeds and ladies' finger seeds. We are from the south. We Rajapaksas are not people who cannot differentiate this. We are from the south. We undertook this with great care. We should do this together.
The event was held to hand over 5,000 rupees to owners of tea estates in the Mathura district which are smaller than 1 acre. The aim of this initiative, which was proposed through the budget, is to utilize this money for soil and water conservation.